How's it going, Blue Raider Nation? This is Connor Smith and Shane Pickering from GoMiddle.com. I'm sure by this point you've all seen that Coach Derek Mason will be retained for the 2026 season per Cecil Joyce of the Daily News Journal. Joyce sat down with Athletic Director Chris Massaro after the Sam Houston game, talked to him in an exclusive interview, and he talked about his confidence in Coach Mason being able to right the ship, get things corrected. As this season it's been rough, but also there's been a lot of bright spots in it. It's clearly a better season than what he had in his inaugural campaign. You've seen a lot of young players step up. Future looks bright at Middle Tennessee. Shane, you got to talk to Coach Mason today. What did he say about next season and going forward?
Yeah, he's really excited about the future with quarterback Roman Gagliano and a lot of these young playmakers around him, whether that's Landon Collins, you mentioned Alex Gale and Otto, the two guards that have really come on late this season. Yeah, he's mentioned just how excited he is to move forward, and he's really looking to build momentum against New Mexico State this week on the road, moving forward into next season. And he kind of talked about the offseason. He's got to the team has to address some needs on the offensive line and the secondary, and they're going to be aggressive in the portal to fill those holes and kind of address those needs for next season, because this is a team that we saw is a lot of one possession losses,
Yeah.
or at least leading and then losing by like 9 or 10 points at the end. And so for this team to take that next step, they're going to have to fill some holes in the secondary. You're gonna have to replace Jacob Otts at left tackle. You're just gonna have to take that next step forward, and it seems like that's what he's hoping to do this offseason with the portal. So that will be an interesting discussion point to watch over the offseason in January.
Yeah, it's like I said, clearly a better team than last year. Last year's team was basically getting blown out every time. You mentioned it. A lot of close ball games. I mean, this team is a couple balls bouncing their way from having 6 wins, maybe 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been really outside of Austin P, which that was just an anomaly. But outside that game, it's been really competitive for 4 quarters. They're lacking maybe talent or the experience. I mean, a lot of young guys are playing.
Yeah.
But I mean, we kind of saw it against Sam Houston. Shane and I talked about it off record, saying that it seemed like it felt different.
It did.
Like in the past, this team's never backed down or just folded, but they found ways to frustrate themselves and make things harder on themselves. But against Sam Houston, they got down 10-0 early and then fought back, put up 31 unanswered points. That I'll have to look at it. That might be the highest point total all season. But it looked like a brand new team led by Roman Gagliano, a lot of young guys in there. It just seemed like that team on Saturday finally believed that they could win. The young talent took over and they found out how to win in close games.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know Sam Houston's not a good football team.
No.
But if you actually watch the game, it just looked different. The sideline was different. The playmaking was different. The explosive plays that were hitting.
And they
were
physically
different.
dominated Sam Houston.
Oh yeah,
Like, it
and
wasn't
I
close.
think at the end where it was the Najee catch on the far sideline, and then Amorian Walker with that insane catch
Yeah.
at like the 5 yard line. That's kind of just what the game was. After they went down 10-0, you're like, oh, here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, I think it was 31 unanswered points until the very end, which the game was already out of reach at that point.
Yeah, it was like 50 seconds left when they scored.
Yeah, and so it's like this team just looks different. It
Mhm.
looks more confident. Derek said about Roman today that, he's like a kid. Well, he said it several times before, but he continues to preach. Roman's just playing. He's having fun. He's playing like a kid.
Yeah.
And Roman said, yeah, with my infectious smile and everything, that people just are having fun out there. They're playing more free and more confident, and that's clearly paying off for this team. And something you hope to build on going into next year, and kind of a prove it year, I'd say, for Derek Mason.
100%. And it's kind of ironic. After the game, when we were filming our instant reaction for the Sam Houston game, after we got done, Shane and I talked about it. We said this might be a program/tenure changing game for Coach Mason. Because again, Sam Houston's a very bad football team. Let's not get it twisted. They're not good at all. But just the way that MTSU physically dominated them, and like we've known all year long, this team's very, very talented. They finally showed on Saturday, and for that, it just seemed like it was possibly a tenure changing game for Coach Mason. And then of course 2 days later he gets retained for the 2026 season. So like Shane said, they got to fill some needs, offensive line, Defensive back,
Defensive line.
defensive line losing DeMonte Smith is huge. Brandon Buckner at outside linebacker. Definitely be interesting to see how the Blue Raiders handle things. But follow GoMiddle.com for all the recruiting and portal acquisitions because we'll be covering it for the next
It will
few
be
months.
a busy off season.
Very.